I think in the past, Kim, you probably said you didn't care what the seeding was, but just your thoughts on the draw and the difficulty of the entire region there.
I'd have to study it a little more when I get home tonight. Initially, I just thought, ooh, this is a tough, tough region. And I don't care about the seeding. You just want to get a first and second round game at home. I'm thinking off the top of my head what I saw. Saw a lot of matchups again with or regions where you match up with people you've already played, not just in our region, but in other regions. Like I think of Notre Dame and South Carolina. They played in Paris. I think, Colorado, aren't they in our region? And anyway, I guess with so many teams, you can't avoid it. And the third thing was, is it Albany or Albany? I keep hearing Albany. Up the road is Albany. So will somebody before the day's over say and let me know if it's Albany or Albany? I don't want to mispronounce it. I know the first two are Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Coach, just what has this week been like for y'all, and what's last year's status?
Well, you saw her out there tonight. She's better every day. I think she told me she got on the treadmill maybe today. I'm going to try to do some individual workouts, so that's a great sign. Her parents are still here. They will leave tomorrow night. This week we had 3 days off and been practicing since Thursday, had today off, and then we will get in the film room tomorrow and go to work, and depending on if we're Friday, Sunday, or Saturday, Monday, adjust accordingly, because now the NCAA will take over our practice times and things like that.
Coach, right here. You obviously know what it takes to win a national championship. How good is this team playing going into the tournament?
I think, did you see the championship game? You can probably answer that for yourself. Now, that doesn't mean the next game will be that good. We've been off for, a week or so. But we are in the process of getting healthy. I think get Angel's ankle 100%. Michaela's back to, being healthy, just get a little bit more shape. And then Poa, and, it's that time of year where you want to be playing your best basketball. And I really thought during the SEC tournament we were.
Was it the toughness that your team displayed there in Greenville?
I think it was toughness. I think it was talent. I think it was will to win. I think it was leadership. I saw a lot of what it takes to win. And if you do that and you get beat along the way, then that team just did it a little bit better than you.
Could you speak to the importance of hosting and why it's so critical, you think?
Well, it's important because it's really a reward for your year. It's a reward for what you've done, your entire body of work. And then I think it's important that our fans get to see us potentially 2 more games. And I know that our atmosphere will be there won't be any better in the country. It'll be as good as anywhere in the country as far as atmosphere. Certainly you'd rather play on your home court than be on the road. So after the first and second rounds, those of us who get to host will then go potentially try to win 2 more on the road.
We saw Michaela without the boot tonight. How's she feeling?
She's great. She's doing good. Been practicing full speed.
Big reaction with the Louisville being sent here. What do you think Haley's going through right now, the pull on that?
Well, it was everybody smiling at her, and Haley's a baller. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions asked by you guys if that matchup should happen, and she'll answer it beautifully like she always does. She had a great career there and 3 wonderful years, and she graduated with a finance degree, and she's now an LSU Tiger and came here to play her final year, if it is her final year of basketball. But Middle Tennessee's pretty salty too. A former All-American of mine is an assistant coach there. And Rick Insel's a Hall of Fame coach. And got a pretty good first and second round here. Now, I don't know if Rice won the league or won the tournament. Maybe you guys know. Just the tournament. Who won their league? Yeah, I didn't know that. So thanks for letting me know, but let's go. Let's play.
Got time for a couple more here.
Kim, I know after 31, 32 games, you no longer look at Michaela and Aaliyah and that group as freshmen anymore. But when you get to this point in the year, how excited do you get as their coach to get their first taste of what March basketball is like?
You try as a coach, when you've done it many times, you try to stay as excited as you were the first time you ever coached in an NCAA game or in a postseason game. And you do it for those young ladies because not all of them in that locker room have ever done it before. And so you're excited for them. And so when we get in the film room tomorrow and we get on the court, we'll do our usual cut up and then get to work. But yes, that's why they came here. That's why they came here. They want to taste that postseason, and it's just fun time now.
Coach, this time of year, would you describe it as heroes, big moments? What makes this time of year special when you get into the tournament and you need to win?
I think for years on the men's side it was the Cinderella story. I thought for many years you didn't have those stories in women's basketball because the dominant teams were always dominant. I think now because of the transfer portal, I think you're seeing more parity. So maybe this time of year you'll start seeing each year on the women's side, maybe you'll see a Cinderella story. I don't know if you'll see them, go as deep as the men's tournament has through the years, but I think you're going to see some upsets. You're going to see some people that have transferred in and out of programs that make programs better or worse.
And just a quick follow-up, what are your thoughts on, Spokane and Portland and the way this thing is so spread out with the geography and everything? Albany, excuse me.
It worked last year, so I'm a firm believer you have to have first and second round games on home courts. We've tried to do it other ways. It's not going to work. Your best crowds, and that's what you want, are first and second round games to be on home courts. Going to what we do now with the 2 regional sites, I don't know that it's bad. I don't know that I've studied it enough to have a better option. So I don't even know where it's being played in Albany. Does anybody know what arena? MVP? And that's connected to the city. Okay. Do you know how many it seats? 12 and 13.
Finish up with Reed here in the back.
Coach, your returners like Angel and Flage, what do you think the experience of going all the way last year, what do you think it taught them, and how do you think they can apply that to this year's run?
I think it taught them what it takes to get there, what it feels like when you do get there. But they have shared that with their teammates all year. Even in difficult losses, they've shared it. So the only difference now would be it's just a little bit more exciting than at regular season or even a conference tournament. This is, you better win or you go home.